The accidental witch. The scent of stale popcorn and damp earth clung to the air behind the bleachers, a familiar, if not exactly pleasant, aroma. Lily Hawthorne, all of 14 years with skin like delicate porcelain, found herself pressed against the cool metal of the bleachers. Ethan Blake, a boy whose frame seemed perpetually on the verge of being swallowed by his clothes, shuffled his feet. This was it. The moment that had been building in hushed whispers and nervous glances for weeks. His lips, surprisingly soft, met hers. It was a clumsy, tentative press, a discovery for both of them. Lily's eyes fluttered shut, a strange warmth blooming in her chest, eclipsing the usual knot of anxiety that tightened whenever the popular girls, Tiffany and Brittany, were near. The kiss was brief, a fleeting brush, but it left a tingling sensation on her lips and a bewildered smile on her face. Ethan, as soon as he pulled away, seemed to shrink further into himself, mumbling something unintelligible before practically bolting. Lily smoothed down her skirt, her heart still thrumming. She felt different, lighter. Recess would end soon, so Lily rushed back to school and hurried through the side door into the hallway. It seemed dark for a few moments as her eyes adjusted from the bright daylight to the dim-lit hall. She rushed to her locker to grab her books for the next class. As she rounded the corner, she was met with the sneering faces of Tiffany and Brittany, flanked by their usual entourage of giggling followers. "Well, well, look who it is," Tiffany drawled, her voice dripping with false sweetness. Little Lily Hawthorne, all alone, still dreaming of boys who'd never look at you. Brittany snickered, stepping closer. "Yeah, maybe you should stick to your books, Lily." The words, sharp and cruel, landed like tiny daggers. Lily felt a familiar sting behind her eyes, but beneath it, something else was stirring. A hot, unfamiliar energy pulsed through her veins, a desperate, furious need to make them stop. She squeezed her eyes shut, a silent scream building in her throat. Brittany pushed Lily to the floor, and the mean girl posse laughed in unison. That's when it happened. Something hot rushed over and through her body, and she felt as if her body lifted from the ground. Her eyes closed. When she opened them again, the mean girls were gone. Instead, a horde of beady-eyed, hairless rats scurried frantically across the slick, tiled floor, their tiny claws trying to find footholds. Lily stared, her mouth agape. Panic, cold and sharp, pierced through Lily's shock. She stumbled backward, her hands flying to her mouth. What had she done? How had she done it? The energy that had surged through her moments ago had vanished, leaving her feeling drained and utterly terrified. Ethan reappeared, drawn by the commotion. He saw the scurrying rats and Lily, standing pale and trembling. His eyes widened and he mumbled, What happened?" Lily could only shake her head, unable to form words. Teachers, fellow students, and the principal came rushing to see what caused all the commotion. And in a burst of pink smoke, Madeline Majestic, the head witch from the Star Welders Coven, appeared. "I felt an explosion of magical power," she said. "Lily Hawthorne, was that you?" "How?" mumbled Lily. "I'm not a witch. The girls, they turned into rats." "It seems you are a witch, my dear, an accidental witch," said Madeline. "First things first, Principal Morris, get a cage for the rats. It will take some instruction for Miss Hawthorne to change them back." Over the next few weeks, the school buzzed with rumours, whispered tales of Lily's curse. Lily avoided everyone, especially Ethan. Every time she saw him, his eyes would widen, and he'd stammer out a few words before retreating, convinced she cast a spell on him as well. Ethan couldn't get within 10 feet of the girl he'd kissed under the bleachers without becoming a bumbling, incoherent mess. Weeks later, after Madeline's careful instruction, Lily, taking a deep breath, began to recite words from the spell book the head witch provided. Her voice trembling at first, then growing steadier. She focused on the image of Tiffany and Brittany and the other girls, on their human forms, on the normalcy she wanted to restore. She pictured the magic flowing from her, a gentle, warm light enveloping the small creatures. For a long moment, nothing happened. The rats twitched, their small bodies trembling. Then, a faint shimmer began to emanate from them. The air around them grew thick, almost visible. The rats squeaked, a sound that morphed and changed, becoming less rodent-like and more human. Slowly, impossibly, their forms began to shift. Limbs elongated, and tiny noses reshaped themselves. The shimmer intensified, and with a final soft pop, the girls were kneeling on the ground, blinking in confusion, their clothes slightly disheveled but otherwise normal. They stared at Lily, their faces a mixture of bewilderment and dawning horror. They remembered being rats, they remembered the fear, the helplessness. But they couldn't explain it. They just knew that Lily had been there. Lily, exhausted but triumphant, didn't wait for their reaction. She turned and walked away. She had done it. She had reversed the spell. Ethan watched, lurking in the shadows. He witnessed the entire bizarre transformation. He saw Lily speak words he didn't understand and saw the girls reappear. His mumbling in Lily's presence only intensified. He was even more convinced that Lily possessed some kind of strange, powerful magic. He just couldn't articulate it, couldn't get the words out. He'd stammer, Lily, the rats, and then trail off, his face flushing crimson. Lily, now acutely aware of the power she wielded, began to study magic in earnest. She practiced small spells, learning to control the surges of emotion that had once overwhelmed her. She learned to channel her feelings, to direct her magic with intention. The bullying stopped, not because she threatened anyone, but because the mean girls, deeply shaken by their experience, steered clear of her. They didn't understand what had happened, but they knew that Lily Hawthorne was not to be trifled with. The school board insisted Lily be suspended for 6 months because of the incident and until her powers were under control. When the ivory-skinned Lily Hawthorne returned, she wore a black skirt and blouse, a tall pointy witch hat, spiderweb stockings and black high-heeled boots with curled pointed toes. Maybe she was an accidental witch, but now she would be intentional about it.